in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, this Niners-Cowboys game should be a classic. I'm looking forward to it.
Tell you, this is as good a game this weekend as we saw last weekend when we had Buffalo, Miami. But this is a weird weekend ahead in the NFL. I'll explain myself in a second. Cowboys 49ers. Dak Prescott meet Nick Bosa. What a war. Offensive line, defensive line. What a matchup. Both got speed wide receivers, both got really fast DBs. San Francisco's number 2 in the NFL in offense, John, averaging 398 yards. They're number 3 in defense. His team has only 1 turnover. Frisco's only coughed it up 1 time in 4 weeks. Dallas is number 2 in defense, 259 yards per game. And the Cowboys, that defense, they got 10 takeaways. This is going to be a hell of a matchup. Thoughts?
Well, when I think of the Cowboys and the Niners, I was a senior in high school when Dwight Clark made the catch at Candlestick. And, it's just been such a great rivalry, even going back to the early 70s with Staubach and Brody. So this is always a terrific game. Both teams are at their peak. I think they're playing in Santa Clara, right, Lee?
Yeah. And this is the only marquee game on the weekend schedule. Now, other games will pinpoint. You got Baltimore, you got Pittsburgh. Holy cow. Steelers are a mess. 29th in offense, 29th in defense. Pittsburgh's offense, it's very pedestrian. 263 yards a game. Their defense with TJ Watt and all those guys is giving up 403 yards an outing. They can't run the ball. They can't protect. They can't throw down the field. That's a bad combination. Now, this game is in Pittsburgh. Ravens, number 3 defense in the league, 260 yards per game. You got TJ Watt, Alonzo Highsmith, the 2 great linebackers versus Lamar Jackson. Maybe the sellout crowd at Heinz Field will be able to come down on the field and play and help the Steelers. This is going to be bad. And Pittsburgh's season looks like it's circling the drain, and it's only week 5.
Yeah, I mean, it makes you kind of wonder, is this like a quarterback problem? And would they, if you could plug Roethlisberger back in his prime, would that save it? Or is the whole organization doomed?
Right now, offensively, they're just an utter disaster. And Matt Canada is still the offensive coordinator. How much longer? That remains to be seen. Another unique lopsided game, Rams, Eagles. Matthew Stafford versus the world. Now, the Rams are number 4 in offense. They've been off to a surprising start, 392 yards per game. Stafford is averaging 288 throwing it, but he has to throw it because they can't run it. Aaron Donald leads the defense. The Rams got 9 quarterback sacks. They've playing a lot of young guys, and they're playing well. But this is Philadelphia. Philadelphia, number 2 running the ball, 165 yards per game. Number 2 offense, 392 yards per game. And by the way, Philadelphia's defense, run defense, number 2 in the league, 63 yards per game. Stafford's taken a lot of hits. He's just made a ton of plays at the beginning of the season. Not this weekend, pal. This is going to be lopsided too.
Yeah, the Rams have been really surprising. I'm learning about a lot of these new receivers they have that have been really special. But yeah, the Eagles, man, I mean, they're loaded. They're going to be coming in and they're going to blow up the Rams. You could see this one coming.
And I said this is a kind of a weird weekend. These are other games in the schedule. I don't think you'll be rushing to the TV to watch the Bears and the Washington Commanders, Atlanta, Houston, Colts in Tennessee, Cincinnati, Arizona, or the Jets, Denver. And this is kind of a dreadful weekend for NFL games, aside from the marquee ones that we have talked about.